So Mark, it's been just over a year since Citrix acquired Bytmobile. Can you talk a little bit about where Bytmobile fits into the Citrix platform?
Yeah, it's actually been a fantastic year, I want to say up front, because Bytmobile, of course, was already the leader in video optimization and web optimization worldwide, and essentially the acquisition by Citrix has given us so many more resources than we had before, including an ability to expand globally, worldwide, into markets like Latin America, Asia Pacific, where historically there hasn't been that much web and video optimization deployed, but that's all changing. But with regards to where we fit into the Citrix structure, if you will, Bytmobile is very much, let's call it the tip of the spear into the communications service provider market. Traditionally known as telco, but again, CSP is the term we like today. And of course, Bytmobile has always served this market. And now, with the acquisition, we really have an opportunity to present that market with other elements within Citrix. So the first, it's actually announced before the acquisition itself, was a partnership with Citrix Netscaler. So that Netscaler is now part of every Bytmobile deployment. So you could call that a pull-through effect if you want. So we've already dramatically increased our presence within the operator network just with Netscaler. Now, if you look across the broader spectrum of Citrix and you look across the broader communication service provider, there's other parts of the network. Of course, we've always served the core mobile network, but there's other elements. Of course, there's the IT portion of every network. And more, if we look for examples, we'll look examples like Verizon and their purchase of Terracom, we see communication service providers also being cloud service providers. And of course, Citrix has a tremendous cloud portfolio with products like Netscaler, again, is a huge cloud platform, or rather a huge cloud provider on the enterprise side. We've got products like Cloud Platform, and the open stack, or rather the open source version is Cloud Stack. So Citrix is already playing a tremendous role in clouds, so we think that that's going to be a big differentiator for us in serving the broader communication service provider market as well.
Talk about Latin America. Where does Bytmobile play, and maybe give me some examples of some CSPs that you're working with in this region.
Yeah, so a little bit by way of background, and I may have referenced this before, but historically, web and especially video optimization has demanded that a network have enough traffic on it, enough video traffic, enough penetration of smartphones to make optimization worthwhile, especially video optimization. So for that reason, historically, obviously the more developed markets, the US, Canada as well, and Western Europe, have been where most of the optimization has been deployed, and most of our business to date has been in that area. But now, with the growth of 3G networks, even some initial LTE networks deployed in the likes of Latin America, increased penetration of smartphones, all of a sudden we are seeing where these networks are getting to the point where they really need optimization. Enough people are watching video where they need optimization because these networks are now facing the constraints that we've seen 4, 5, 6 years ago in the developed markets. And that constraint leads to, among other things, video stalling, which is just terrible for a subscriber experience. And of course, it's always been one of the value propositions of optimization to improve not just the network efficiency, but to make that subscriber experience better. So we're taking the lessons we've learned from deploying with over 130 customers worldwide, more than 55 video optimization network deployments around the world, and now bringing that knowledge to Latin America. That's one of the, again, the benefits of Citrix. Now we've seen expansion both in our sales force, in our engineering organization. So we were firing on all cylinders before. Now it's like we got 2 extra cylinders. So it's just awesome. Now with regards to specific customers, I can't talk specifically about customers, but I can tell you that we've seen tremendous interest across the region, from customers from Guatemala to Mexico to Brazil. It really doesn't matter because they're all experiencing this same dynamic of a congested network, of a constrained network that needs something to get more subscribers onto it, to improve that user experience. And that's, let's call that an evergreen message that is now finding its way into markets, not just Latin America, the same is true of Africa and much of APAC as well.
Mark, thanks for your time today.
My pleasure.
Are you comfortable talking about where you fit in the carriers network, where your equipment actually goes and software goes?
Yeah, absolutely.
Let me ask that question again in a separate. I know when. talking